Thank you for calling Elections Canada.
Merci d'avoir appelé Élections Canada.
For service in English, say English or press 1.
Pour le service,
Elections Canada may need personal information, such as your name and address, to answer your inquiry. The Canada Elections Act and Financial Administration Act give us authority to collect your personal information. For the complete privacy notice and information on how we handle your personal information, please visit elections.ca. Elections Canada is committed to providing a work environment and services to the public that are free from discrimination, harassment, and violence. These behaviors will not be tolerated. At any time, the following options are available to you. To repeat, say repeat or press 8. To return to the previous menu, say previous menu or press 9. At any time, you can change the language by saying Français or English. For information about pay, say pay or press 1. For feedback or complaints, say feedback or press 2. For more information, say agent or press 3. We are currently experiencing a high call volume. As a result, you can expect longer wait times.
No doubt. Just for everyone's information while I'm
This
waiting.
call may be recorded for quality assurance and training purposes. Help us deliver great service by completing a short 5-question survey after your call. Simply stay on the line after the agent completes the call to participate.
Hello, thank you for calling Election Canada. Cynthia speaking.
I'm sorry, did you say your name was...
Yes,
How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
Good, thanks. My name is Jason. Hope you're having a good day so far.
Yeah, I'm having.
That's all right. So I just have some kind of education questions on the process of how votes are tabulated. I have no complaint. I'm just curious to know some things. So are you able to answer some questions for me?
If I'm able to, yes. If not, then I'm going to direct you to the right place. Can I have the spelling of your first and last name, if you don't mind?
Sure. My first name is Jason, Jason.
And last
R.
name? And your postal code?
2. Just curious, why do you need the postal code?
Okay, the postal code is for us to know from which area you are calling.
Oh, like a riding or something. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So is there anything else you need, or are you ready for my couple of questions?
I'm ready for you.
Okay. So first of all, Cynthia, the Canadian system uses paper ballots, and I'm just curious, how are those ballots counted after the polls close? Like, what's the process for that?
Well, the ballot has to be sent before the close of the poll for sure, not after.
Okay. So, but when it's time to actually count the votes, the ballots that have been received, what's the process?
Well, they will normally open the ballot and then see for who you have voted.
Is it electronic counting?
I can verify that information by the way, so hold on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't have like thousands of people physically manually counting every ballot, right?
I can verify that because I was not in the office. I'm on the phone.
Yeah, no, but is
Yeah.
there somebody who can tell me that, like how like the boxes get opened, the ballots get separated by whoever they voted for, and then obviously they have to be counted, right? So I have to assume that in 2021 we're not physically counting, like, you got 10 people in a riding office and they're counting the ballots by hand, because the results are coming up pretty fast on the television news, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what can you tell me about the process? What do you know?
I'm actually waiting for them to
okay.
get back to me. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sending a message to the team that are responsible about the ballot. Hopefully someone will get back to me.
Okay, and then maybe...
Okay,
Yep.
So actually people count it. Yeah.
They're manually counted.
Yes.
Okay, so there's no like tabulators, like the votes aren't submitted into a machine for faster counting.
No.
Okay. So, okay. And where did you get? Just so I'm curious, is there another group who answers these questions for you? I know you're just a customer service type representative, so you're sort of collecting the questions, but someone else gave you that response, right?
Yeah, some of my higher department, yes.
Oh, do you know what area within Elections Canada that is?
Not really. That's my department, but we have different level. When I'm not able to answer something, then I'll reach out to them.
Okay, so they're 100% counted manually by people, no insertion into a machine for tabulation.
Exactly.
So how are they able to count millions of ballots so quickly?
Well, it's per writing, so it's actually fast. Trust me, it's fast.
Okay.
And they're doing a great job. Like yesterday, they stayed very late.
Oh no, that I can trust. I can imagine. I've never asked to volunteer to support, but I think I will in the next one. But
You should.
Yeah, was just curious to understand, because I was thinking that they might be using electronic tabulators to insert the machines and the and just sort of what kind of scrutiny happens in terms to make sure that there's no sort of unusual activity. Like who represents each party at the polling station when the votes are counted? Are there people representing each party at this polling stations?
Of course, the returning officer have to be there. They're formed to have the correct information. There's no fraud, and those type of questions. If you want, I can definitely direct you to your local office. They will be responsible for that.
Oh, sure.
If you want to.
Yeah, I'd love to know. My local office. That would be great.
Mm-hmm. So I have your local office contact number here. They will be able to answer those questions.
Sure.
Because they are the one responsible for that.
Absolutely.
So their number is 1-866.
1-866.
236.
236.
8618.
8618. So let me just read that back to you again. It's 1-866 236 8618. And this is like the Beaches East York office, I guess?
Exactly. And they're located in 1450 O'Connell Drive, Suite 1. You can go in person too if you want, or you can just give them a call. They're open from 10 to 4.
That's awesome. So the address was 1450 O'Connell. How do you spell that, please?
O'_CONNOR.
Oh, O'Connor Drive.
1.
Suite 1. Appreciate your help.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Yeah. Same to you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, I don't believe that for one goddamn minute. I don't believe that votes are counted manually. There's probably too many. I don't know how many people live in my riding alone, but I don't know. It's got to be in the hundreds of thousands. So I don't know how they're able to do a count within minutes of the poll closure and submit that data to local and larger media stations. So I don't believe that for a minute. So I am going to call my local office and see if I can get some information and it's me. I'm not saying that. I just think that I don't believe that we're counting that number of votes in such a short period of time and not using some kind of machine to do it. So here's my second call to my local riding office for Elections Canada.
Elections Canada.
Bienvenue à Élections Canada. Un message en français suivra.
Our hours of operation are from 10 to 4 local time. For the official information on voting and the health and safety measures in place due to COVID-19, visit elections.ca. If you are an election worker inquiring about your pay, press 0. If you know the extension of the person you are trying to reach, press 9. If you have a rotary phone, please remain on the line and an agent will be with you shortly. For all other information, please call Elections Canada toll-free at 1-800-463-6868.
Pour l'information officielle sur les façons de voter et sur les mesures de santé et sécurité en vigueur liées à la COVID-19, visitez élections.ca. Nos heures d'ouverture sont de 10h à 16h, heure locale. Si vous êtes un travailleur électoral qui a besoin d'informations concernant sa paye, veuillez appuyer sur le 0. Si vous connaissez le numéro du poste de la personne que vous désirez joindre, appuyez sur le 9. Si vous appelez d'un téléphone à cadran, restez en ligne et un de nos agents vous répondra sous peu. Pour toute autre information, veuillez appeler Élections Canada sans frais au 1-800-463-6868.
I don't have a rotary phone, but I'm going to wait anyway because the options that were given were not options that I thought.
Please stay on the line while your call is transferred to the operator. Hello, bonjour, East York Beaches Elections Canada.
Hi, how are you?
Very good, thank you.
Hi, what's your name, please? My name is Jason. I'm hoping that you can help me answer some questions that I think are specific to my riding. I did call the main Elections Canada number and I did get some information, but I am curious still to find out how the votes are tabulated, and I don't have any concerns about the result. I'm just educating myself. So I'm just interested to know how the votes are tabulated. Are they counted manually by people, or are we using any kind of machines?
Can you just hold for a moment?
Sure.
I'm just answering the phone.
Oh, sorry.
What's
Thanks.
your name?
My full name is Jason. I live in Beaches, East York riding.
Okay, hold on a moment.
Of course, I lied to her. I do have concerns about the results, but nothing she could do to help me with that. So, God forgive me, I lied, but I just don't want her to get concerned and hang up on me or something. They almost hung up.
Can I help you?
Hi, you said your name was...
That's
My
correct.
name is Jason. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good, thanks. I'm a resident of Beaches, East York riding, and I just had some general questions to educate myself on process, if that's okay.
Sure, go ahead.
I did call the main line, but I'm just curious about how it happens at the riding level. So I was told that all ballots submitted in an election are counted manually by people, that they're not input into a machine to quickly tabulate them. Is that right?
That is correct.
So they're manually counted. Just specific to the riding, do you have an idea of how many people are in the riding who are eligible to vote, like a number?
78,000.
70,000. And just
78,000.
78,000. Okay.
Yes.
And of that 78,000, how many of us actually voted?
That I couldn't tell you offhand. What the percentage was. We're usually in the neighborhood of about 60%.
Roughly 60%. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you've answered my question, because I was really curious, because I mean there aren't as many people as other countries in the world in Canada, but we count millions of votes, and I'm just curious how we're able to do it so quickly. So it's literally a manual count.
We did not do it very quickly.
Oh no. Okay.
No. I mean the call of the election was from the information they were getting in. We had it takes hours to count.
Oh, okay. So
it's not like the provincial that goes through a tabulator, and 10 minutes after the call of the election at the night, you know your results.
Oh, okay. So the federal always uses a manual count. So I'm just...
We do for now until they decide they're going to change the process, but you've got to get 10 provinces aligned as opposed to someone like Ontario doing their own thing. It's a lot quicker to be able to get things passed that way.
Okay. And, okay, so that's good. That's very interesting to know. So we haven't come to consensus as a nation as to how we want to do that, which is why we do it manually. So that's kind of interesting. The other thing I was going to ask you, and it was related to the submission of the data to the news agencies. Like, they're reporting this stuff overnight, and if it takes hours to count, how are they coming up with the numbers so quick?
We have, there's a liaison person from media who's at each location that transfers information.
Oh.
They're allowed to report so much information on a regular basis.
So it should. So by the time most of the votes or like a good size of the votes have been counted, we know, even if not all of them have been necessarily tabulated.
Correct.
Got it. Okay. And another question: I didn't know that the province uses tabulators. Do you know who builds those tabulators? Like who's responsible for?
I don't know who built them. The City of Toronto was using them long before the province of Ontario was.
So we don't know who the provider is.
I don't know who the provider is for that. No.
I got to tell you, I've learned something today, so I really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a great day. Bye-bye now. Well, there you have it. Federal elections are tabulated and counted manually. And the reason for that is that the nation has to have consensus from 10 provinces. Ironically, the territories aren't included in that, but the 10 provinces have to come to a consensus on how the votes are going to be calculated. So I am still skeptical, but I will accept the information I've been given as it was provided. But I am really curious about the provincial votes because, as you heard, I'm sure they are using tabulators, so machines. And my guess, although I can't prove anything, my guess is that the provider of those tabulators is Dominion Voting Systems. But according to all the information, and you've heard it here, the federal election is not, the ballots for the federal election are currently counted manually pending the introduction of another process, which I have no doubt Mr. Trudeau is going to change as quickly and as insidiously and deviously as he can. Anyway, folks, I just thought I would share that. I made my calls, got my information, and I hope that you find it informative, if not helpful. Have a great day, everyone.